Welcome in, Geico Outkick Studios. Final hour of the week, 14 hours down, one more hour to go. Appreciate all of you who've been hanging out with us all week long. We are here in the Geico Outkick Studios, and it's October. And what does that mean? Well, it's Geico-ween, of course. Don't be spooked by high rates on car insurance. Geico's brewing up spellbinding savings that they're crafting just for you. See how much you could save. Get a quote today at geico.com. I appreciate all of you hanging out with us, and I hope I got the day right. I hope I got the hour right, because that's my job, and I believe I did. And Brady's job is to know the down and the distance. And shockingly, late in that game on Thursday night, he lost both, all right? So I appreciate all of you who may have fallen asleep. Maybe you were watching Major League Baseball instead. Maybe you're just waking up right now, and you haven't spent that much time thinking about this game and how it ended. But it's super, super strange. First of all, Matt Nagy made an awful decision, I believe, to throw the ball late when he had the ability to run the clock down to around 30 seconds, and Brady wasn't going to hardly have any time left. Instead, throws the ball incompletion, and as a result, Brady gets the ball back with 1:17 left. He starts in vintage Tom Brady fashion, drops back to pass, 12-yard out to Mike Evans, who gets out of bounds. Boom. There's still over a minute to play. The Bucs have the ball at the 37, and they aren't that far from finding themselves in position to be able to potentially kick a game-winning field goal. All right? First down. Brady misses Mike Evans wide on the right side of the field. It's an incomplete pass. Everybody huddles up. Second down. Brady hits Keyshawn Vaughn for a 4-yard gain. Clock is running. They get the snap off. They have no timeouts left. Brady tries to hit Gronk, misses him. Gronk knocks the ball up in the air. It's a high throw, and the clock stops again. They all go into huddle. It's clearly 4th down and 6 yards to go. The Bucs Brady has thrown the ball 3 straight times and is short of the down and distance, right? It's 4th and 6. Everybody should know it in the huddle. Instead, Brady comes back out, attempts another throw, tries to hit Cameron Brate, misses him. Not really that close in terms of it being a completion. And Brady then seems to have no clue what the down and distance is. For a quarterback who is 43 years old, and I believe they said, I saw the graphic right before last night, that he had 45 game-winning drives in his career. So this is a guy who's been in this situation more than anybody else in the entirety of the NFL, and he just fell completely apart on the down and distance. And this, to me, personifies what happens when you join a new team and the culture and the discipline is not similar to what existed in New England. Maybe it's unfair, but I can't imagine Tom Brady playing for Bill Belichick ever forgetting a down and distance situation like he did last night with Bruce Arians and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs had no business losing that football game last night. Congrats to the Bears. I know we got Bear fans listening. They're like, hey, we found a way how to win. I understand. You got outgained by almost 100 yards. You got outrushed massively. The Bucs averaged over 5 yards a run and, frankly, didn't run the ball anywhere near enough. The Bears couldn't run the football at all. This was a game that the Bucs had no business losing. In fact, they should have won it in a way that the second half of the fourth quarter wasn't even particularly competitive. Instead, the Bucs found a way to lose this football game. And after basically 2 decades of Tom Brady finding a way to win football games, it's pretty shocking to see. Because remember, a big part of what happens with the Patriots during their dynasty was not just them winning football games, it was letting other people find a way to lose. The Patriots were the most disciplined, the most culturally strong, the most character-driven team. They stayed true to who they were and waited for you to crumble in the face of their dynasty. Well, last night, Brady and the Buccaneers crumbled. And now the Bears have somehow gotten themselves to 4-1, but the same gnawing insecurities that characterized that opening week loss to the New Orleans Saints have shown themselves back again. Now, I know that there are major wide receiver and downfield passing threat health issues for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. O.J. Howard is gone. Chris Godwin has hardly been able to get into rhythm at all with Tom Brady. Mike Evans has had ankles and hamstrings. He hasn't been healthy all year himself. But this was a pretty shocking loss, in particular the way that it came about and for what it might say going forward. I'm just not really sure what exactly is going to be the storyline going forward with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Even Gronk, who I was excited to watch play, doesn't he seem like he's just labored every time he catches the football? They hit him late on kind of a tight end screen, and it was a substantial gain, but Gronk came out and looked like he had already gotten kind of dinged up a little bit, and even as he ran, Gronk kind of looked a lot of times like RoboCop. And, he's always got all the gear on, the protection. He had all the issues with his elbow over the years and everything else. Always took a lot of big hits. He doesn't seem like he's got a lot left. And for Brady to forget the down and distance, it was J.R. Smith-esque. Speaking of J.R. Smith-esque, we are going to talk next with Chris Mannix, who is our NBA insider. Tonight, Game 5 of the NBA Finals. The Lakers are up 3-1. This could be it for the Lakers as they try and win a championship. It would be LeBron James's fourth. What is the significance of it? Do we expect for Game 5 to end now? What does Chris Mannix think about the lack of television viewers as the NBA is hemorrhaging fans? Is this a surprise to Adam Silver? Is the league nervous? What exactly is coming out of Game 5? We will break that down for you. And then to close out the final segment of the show, we have got the Outkick six-pack of gambling picks to give you 6 winners headed into the weekend. 6 different games to make you some money. That is our plan. Right now, by the way, lots of new states adding the gambling ability to their repertoire. You can go right now to FanDuel.com/Clay. Tennessee and Michigan about to add sports gambling. FanDuel.com/Clay. Get yourself ready for the Outkick six-pack. I am Clay Travis. This is Outkick the coverage. Up next, NBA insider for Outkick, Chris Mannix. What do we expect to see for Game 5? That's all next. Thanks for spending your time with us. This is a Friday morning edition, final hour, Outkick the coverage.